Onika Tanya Maraj-Petty, known professionally as Nicki Minaj, is a Trinidadian-born rapper, singer, and songwriter based in the United States. She is known for her musical versatility, animated flow in her rapping, alter egos and accents. Minaj first gained recognition after releasing 3 mixtapes between 2007 and 2009. Her debut album, Pink Friday, topped the Billboard 200 chart. Its 5th single, Super Bass, reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and, in 2021, was certified diamond by the RIAA. Minaj's follow-up album, Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, explored dance pop in her singing, reaching number 1 in several countries worldwide. Its lead single, Starships, peaked inside the top 5 in 15 countries. Her third album, The Pink Print, explored more personal topics and marked a return to her hip-hop roots. Its second single, Anaconda, reached number 2 on the Hot 100 and, in 2021, its music video became the first by a solo female rapper to reach 1 billion views on YouTube. She released her fourth album, Queen, in 2018 and it spawned the top 10 single Chun-Li. In 2019, her collaboration with Karol G, Tusa, became the longest-running number 1 single on the Argentina Hot 100 chart. In 2020, Minaj achieved her first 2 Hot 100 number 1 singles, with her remix on Doja Cat's Say So and her collaboration with 6ix9ine, Trolls. With the re-release of her 2009 mixtape Beam Me Up Scotty in 2021, she achieved the highest debut for a female rap mixtape on the Billboard 200 chart, at number 2. The lead single of her forthcoming 5th studio album, Super Freaky Girl, became the second solo song by a female rapper to debut at number 1 on the Hot 100. Often cited as the Queen of Rap and the Queen of Hip Hop by several media outlets, Minaj is also one of the best-selling music artists, with more than 100 million records sold worldwide. Several media outlets have described her as one of the most influential rappers of all time, and Billboard ranked her as the top-selling female rapper of the 2010s, and 7th among the top female artists of that decade. She became the first female artist to have 100 Billboard Hot 100 entries and has 21 top 10 singles in the United States. Her various accolades include 8 American Music Awards, 5 MTV Video Music Awards, 12 BET Awards, 4 Billboard Music Awards, a Brit Award and 3 Guinness World Records. In 2016, Time included her on their annual list of the 100 most influential people in the world. Outside of music, her film career has included voice roles in the animated films Ice Age, Continental Drift and the Angry Birds Movie 2, as well as supporting roles Indiana the films The Other Woman and Barbershop, The Next Cut. Life and career. 1982–2003, early life and childhood. Onika Tanya Maraj was born on December 8, 1982, in the St. James district of Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. Her father was Robert Maraj, a financial executive and part-time gospel singer of Douglas descent. Her mother, Carol Maraj, is also a gospel singer with Afro-Trinidadian ancestry. Carol worked in payroll and accounting departments during Minaj's youth. Minaj's father was addicted to alcohol and crack cocaine and had a violent temper, burning down their house in December 1987. She has an older brother named Jelani, a younger brother named Micaiah, and a younger sister named Ming. As a child, Minaj and her older brother, Jelani, grew up with her grandmother in St. James in a household with 11 cousins. Minaj's mother, Carol Maraj, was working numerous jobs in St. James before getting her green card at the age of 24. She then moved to the Bronx in New York City to attend Monroe College, leaving both Minaj and Jelani in Trinidad with their grandmother. Eventually, when Minaj was 5, Carol got her first house, on 147th Street in South Jamaica, Queens, and brought both Minaj and Jelani to live with her and their father. Minaj recalled, "I don't think I had a lot of discipline in my household. My mom motivated me, but it wasn't a strict household. I kind of wanted a strict household." Minaj successfully auditioned for admission to Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts, which focuses on visual and performing arts. After graduation, Minaj wanted to become an actress, and she was cast in the off-Broadway play In Case You Forget in 2001. Minaj has revealed that she had an abortion as a teenager in her songs All Things Go and Autobiography. She has said that although it has haunted her, she stands by her decision. At the age of 19, as she struggled with her acting career, she worked as a waitress at a Red Lobster in the Bronx, but was fired for discourtesy to customers. She said she was fired from at least 15 jobs for similar reasons. Other jobs included customer service representative and office management on Wall Street. Minaj recalls buying a BMW as a 19-year-old with the money from waitressing. 2004-2009, Career Beginnings and Mixtapes. Minaj briefly signed with Brooklyn group Full Force, in which she rapped in a quartet called the Hood Stars composed of Lou Dollar Tar, Safari Samuels and 7EVEN Up. In 2004, the group recorded the entrance song for WWE Diva Victoria, Don't Mess With, which was featured on the compilation album Theme Addict, WWE The Music, Volume 6. Minaj later left Full Force and uploaded songs on her MySpace profile, sending several of her songs to people in the music industry. Later, Fendi, CEO of Brooklyn label Dirty Money Entertainment, signed Minaj to his label in 2007 under a 180-day contract. Originally adopting the stage name Nicki Minaj, she eventually changed it to Nicki Minaj, stating that my real name is Maraj. Fendi flipped it when he met me because I had such a nasty flow. Minaj released her first mixtape, Playtime Is Over, on July 5, 2007, and her second, Sucka Free, on April 12, 2008. She released her third mixtape, Beam Me Up Scotty, on April 18, 2009. It received favorable coverage on BET and MTV. At the time, she was managed by Deborah Antony. One of its tracks, I Get Crazy, reached number 20 on the US Billboard Hot Rap Songs chart and number 37 on the Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart. After Minaj was discovered by fellow rapper Lil Wayne, she signed a recording contract with his Young Money Entertainment. That November, she appeared with Gucci Mane and Trina on the remix of 5-Star Bitch by Yo Gotti. In early February 2010, Minaj made her first 2 appearances on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart with her features on Knockout and Up Out My Face by Lil Wayne and Mariah Carey respectively. Minaj also appeared on Bedrock and Roger That on the compilation album, We Are Young Money. The singles peaked at numbers 2 and 56, respectively, in the US. Their parent album reached number 9 on the US Billboard 200, and was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America. At Jay-Z's suggestion, Robin Thicke featured Minaj on his single Shakin' It for Daddy. Allison Stewart of The Washington Post stated that, during that time, she became the go-to girl for artists who wanted to add some skank to their tracks without sullying themselves in the process. Minaj became the first female solo artist to have 7 singles simultaneously charting in the U.S. 2010-2011, breakthrough with I Pink Friday/I. None. 2012-2013, I Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded/I and I American Idol/I. None. 2014-2017, I The Pink Print/I and Acting Ventures. None. 2018-2019, I Queen/I and Marriage. None. 2020-2021, Motherhood, I Beam Me Up Scotty/I re-release, and Lawsuit. None. 2022 present, upcoming 5th studio album. At the beginning of the year, after a social media hiatus, Minaj announced a song collaboration with rapper Lil Baby called Do We Have a Problem? The track was released on February 4, along with a music video that featured guest appearances from actors Joseph Sikora and Corey Hardrict. The video also contained a snippet of another Lil Baby collaboration titled Bussin', which was officially released a week later, on February 11. Do We Have a Problem? Debuted and peaked at number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It became Minaj's 20th top 10 entry in the US, extending her record as the female rapper with the most US top 10 singles. In a promotional Apple Music interview with DJ Zane Lowe, Minaj said her forthcoming 5th studio album is coming very soon. She described it as fun, gutta, and back to the basics. Her other ventures also include fronting the campaign for the Heaven Spring 2022 collection by Marc Jacobs, which launched on March 3. In March, Minaj collaborated with fellow rapper Coi Leray on a song titled Blick Blick, from the former's debut studio album, Trendsetter. Prior to the song's release, she revealed that her verse was almost scrapped due to American rapper Benzino leaking the collaboration. Later that month, she surprise released the standalone single We Go Up featuring rapper Fivio Foreign. The drill track was initially teased on Minaj's social media as a scrapped song from her album, before fans had requested her to release the song. The next month, Minaj appeared on English television host James Corden's Carpool Karaoke segment, kick-starting its returning broadcast on The Late Late Show with James Corden after a 2-year hiatus. After that, she was named the new creative director of American men's magazine Maxim and became the new global ambassador and advisor for Maxim Bet, a sports betting brand launched by Maxim. She also came along on board as a stakeholder. In early July, Minaj did several live performances by headlining the 2022 Essence Music Festival in New Orleans and the 2022 Wireless Festival in London. The same month, she posted a snippet of a song on social media that samples American singer Rick James's 1981 song, Super Freak. On July 22, she announced that the full track would be released on August 12. She revealed the song's title as Super Freaky Girl and the accompanying cover art for the song. On July 28, 2022, she released a 2-minute trailer of her upcoming 6-part docu-series titled Nicki, produced by Canadian production company Braun Studios. After its initial release, Super Freaky Girl also received an additional extended version called the Roman Remix, which features the return of her alter ego Roman Zolinski. Super Freaky Girl debuted at number 1 in the US, making the song Minaj's 3rd US number 1 and her first unaccompanied number 1. It became the first solo song by a female rapper to debut at number 1 in the US in 22 years, after fellow rapper Lauryn Hill's song Doo Wop also debuted at number 1 in 1998. On August 28, 2022, Minaj released a compilation album called Queen Radio, Volume 1, with one new track Little Miss with Skeng. On September 9, 2022, Minaj released a remix of Super Freaky Girl called Queen Mix, which features 5 other female rappers, JT, BIA, Katie Got Bands, Akbar V, and Malibu Maich. On September 12, 2022, Young Blue released his single Love in the Way featuring Minaj with video released on September 19. On October 6, 2022, Minaj and Skeng released a remix of Little Miss called the Fine 9 Remix featuring Spice, Destra Garcia, Patrice Roberts, Lady Leshurr, Pam Putti, Dovey Magnum, Lisa Mercedes, and London Hill. On October 21, 2022, rapper Youngboy Never Broke Again released a collaboration with Minaj titled I Admit. Artistry. Musical style. Minaj is known for her animated rapping style and unique flow. Her rapping is distinctive for its speed and the use of alter egos and accents, primarily British Cockney. She often both sings and raps in her songs, and has made use of metaphors, punchlines, and wordplay. The alter egos are incorporated with her lyrics in British accents or soft-spokenness. Ice-T said about Minaj's rapping style, "Does her thing. She has her own way of doing it. She has an ill vocal delivery. She kind of reminds me of a female Busta Rhymes, like how she throws her voice in different directions." John Caramanica of the New York Times called Minaj a sparkling rapper with a gift for comic accents and unexpected turns of phrase. "She's a walking exaggeration, outsize in sound, personality and look. And she's a rapid evolver, discarding old modes as easily as adopting new ones." Although many critics describe her technique as bubblegum rap, Minaj said, "What people don't know is that before I was doing that craziness I was doing me. I was just doing regular sounding rap that anyone could hear and identify with. But once I started doing all that weird shit, I'm not mad at it because it got everyone's attention." Robbie Seabrook III of XXL included Minaj in list of most unique flows from rappers over the last 5 years, saying that she has solidified her spot as a leader of the pack for her animated flows, inspiring many other women in hip-hop to play with their vocals. She goes from campy to bellicose, excited to eccentric, oftentimes all on one song. Noted as a rap artist, she also occasionally lends herself to electronic music genres. Pink Friday marked her exploration of the genres, spawning electro songs including the pop-laden super bass. Also combining rap with synthesizer music, Minaj's second album, Pink Friday Roman Reloaded, had a number of electro-hop and electro-pop songs: HOV Lane, Whip It, Automatic, Come on a Cone, Young Forever, Fire Burns, Roman Holiday, The Boys and Bees in the Trap, while Starships is a Eurodance song. Her verse on Kanye West's Monster was critically acclaimed and contributed greatly to her popularity. Many critics said she had the best verse in the song. West claimed at one point he considered deleting her verse from the track, because he was worried it would outshine his own work. "It was like that moment when I thought about taking Nicki's verse off of Monster because I knew people would say that was the best verse on the best hip-hop album of all time or arguably top 10 albums of all time. And I would do all that work, 8 months of work on Dark Fantasy, and people to this day would say to me my favorite thing was Nicki Minaj's verse. So if I let my ego get the best of me instead of letting that girl get the shot to get that platform to be all she could be, I would take it off or marginalize her, try to stop her from having that shining moment." Tara Colley of The Conversation described Minaj as a preeminent female rapper and that she has consistently straddled the distinct personas of gangsta boss and sexy pop siren without truly committing to either, and that her chameleonic ability matches some of rap's most verbose, witty, filthy, and pop-friendly stars such as Eminem and Lil Wayne. Zoe Johnson of XXL stated that in recent years Minaj's beat selection has moved to refined production full of grit and hip-hop flair in recent years. Alter egos. With her parents frequently fighting during her childhood, Minaj lived through characters she created as a means of escape. She recalled that fantasy was my reality and her first identity was Cookie, who became Harajuku Barbie and Nicki Minaj. In November 2010, Minaj assumed the alter ego Nicki Teresa, wearing a colorful headdress and calling herself Healer to her fans during a visit to the Garden of Dreams Foundation at Fuse Studios in New York. She introduced another alter ego, Rosa, to commemorate her December 2010 appearance on Lopez Tonight. One of Minaj's most well-known alter egos is a demon inside her named Roman Zolinski, Minaj's twin brother, whose character she assumes when she is angry. Roman has been compared to Eminem's alter ego Slim Shady, and on Roman's Revenge Minaj and Eminem collaborate as their alter egos. On her next album, she said that there would be a lot of Roman, and if you're not familiar with Roman, then you will be familiar with him very soon. He's the boy that lives inside of me. He's a lunatic and he's gay and he'll be on there a lot. Roman has a mother, Martha Zolinsky, who appeared on Roman's Revenge with a British accent and singing on Roman Holiday for the first time. Martha appeared in the Moment for Life video as Minaj's apparent fairy godmother. Influences. Minaj cites Lil Wayne, Foxy Brown, and Jay-Z as major influences. I can't even imagine my career, my creative spirit without Wayne. I feel like I'm still intertwined with him creatively. Minaj has called Lil Wayne her mentor and credited him with discovering her. On Foxy Brown and Jay-Z, Minaj said, "I really loved as a female rapper. I was really interested in her mind and her aura. I was really into Jay-Z. Me and my friends in high school, we were reciting all of the Jay lyrics. His words were our words in our conversations all the time." She said, further, "I never really told Foxy how much she has influenced me and how much she changed my life," adding that Foxy Brown was the most influential female rapper for her. Minaj said in a T magazine interview in 2017, "Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Foxy Brown. Those are the three I keep in my head when I'm writing because they've influenced me so much. I feel like I'm a part of all of them." Jada Pinkett Smith is one of Minaj's role models in her acting career. Minaj was inspired by R&B singer Monica, singing "Why I Love You So Much" at every talent show she entered. While performing in Atlanta as part of her Pink Friday tour, she called Monica one of her all-time greatest musical influences. Lauryn Hill is also one of Minaj's major influences, with Minaj quoting her lyrics in a high school yearbook. Minaj has also cited Madonna, Enya, Eminem, Beyoncé, Kanye West, Trina, Drake, Remy Ma, and Lil Kim as influences. She called Betsey Johnson a fashion inspiration, is a free spirit. "When I met her the other day, I felt like I knew her for my whole life. She's so warm and considerate and caring. She's amazingly talented and I've been wearing her clothes forever, so to meet her was like, yay, bowing down to her, she's dope." Minaj has also expressed appreciation for Cyndi Lauper's style and how her videos inspired her as a teenager. "When I first went to get my hair colored, I was about 14 and I wanted blonde highlights. The beautician said, 'No, you have to get your mother on the phone,' and I was just crying and begging. I've always been experimenting." Cyndi Lauper's videos, that's what intrigued me. Public image. Billboard listed Minaj the fourth most active musician on social media on its March 2011 Social 50 chart. Minaj is also the most followed rapper on Instagram with over 200 million followers, the first to surpass that number, as well as one of the most followed female musicians on the social media platform. On Twitter, she is one of the most followed rappers, with over 26 million followers on the app, as of September 2022. She joined American Idol as a judge in 2013. Bet has named Minaj as a gay icon. Minaj was a vocal proponent of streams counting towards an artist's RIAA certifications. The organization later announced in 2016 that it would be modernizing the certification process for albums, including on-demand audio and video streams. As reported by Yahoo News. Minaj has been called as a fashion icon by Allure, Time, XXL, and has been called a camp-style icon by Refinery29. She has cited Alexander McQueen, Gianni Versace, and Christian Louboutin as her favorite designers. The Huffington Post described her style as risk-taking and far out, with bold sartorial choices. Minaj has been included on the annual Maxim Hot 100 list several times. In 2014, Minaj underwent a reinvention in her image, sporting a natural and softer look, wearing fewer wigs and less colorful costumes. She stated that she went so far to the other side that there's only one place to go from there. You can either continue doing costumes or you can just say, hey, guess what? This will shock them even more. Doing nothing will shock them even more. Her physique, notably her buttocks, has attracted significant attention from the media. Early in her career, she made autographing breasts part of her movement to empower women. In 2010, she said that although she originally felt obligated to mimic the provocative behavior of the female rappers of day, she intended to subdue her sexuality because she people, especially young girls, to know that in life, nothing is going to be based on sex appeal. You've got to have something else to go with that. Minaj talked about feminism in an interview with Vogue in 2015, saying there are things that I do that feminists don't like, and there are things that I do that they do like. I don't label myself. I just say the truth about what I feel. I feel like women can do anything that they put their minds to. In 2018, an interview with Elle, in which she discussed sex workers, her own sex appeal, and sexuality in music and on social media, attracted criticism. In the New York Times Magazine, music critic Vanessa Gregoriadis said that Minaj has become expert at modeling the ways that women can wield power in the industry. But she has also drawn attention to the ways in which power can be embodied by a woman standing up for herself and speaking her own mind. The cover art and music video for her 2014 single, Anaconda, attracted significant media attention upon release. The music video was viewed 19.6 million times in its first 24 hours of release. The Guardian called the video racy but noted that she doesn't shy from ruffling her audience's feathers, while others praised Minaj for owning her sexuality, examining her work through a feminist perspective. Another writer for The Guardian said, of the Anaconda video, Minaj turns the classic song into a conversation, and to let the camera objectify her lap dance by keeping it zoomed out, at a distance. Minaj's fanbase, known as the Barbs, have been reported as often being militant towards Minaj's critics, including incidents reportedly involving cyberbullying and death threats. Philanthropy. In 2010, Minaj performed a cover of Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, alongside singer Katy Perry, for service members during the 2010 VH1 Divas Salute the Troops concert. The two would later collaborate in 2017 on Swish Swish. In 2011, Mattel created a Barbie doll with Minaj's likeness to auction for Project Angel Food, a charity that provides food for people afflicted with HIV and AIDS. In 2012, in the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, Minaj donated $15,000 to the food bank for New York City and held a turkey drive at her alma mater, PS 45. In May 2017, Minaj offered via Twitter to pay college tuition fees and student loans for 30 of her fans. She appeared to grant their requests, ranging from $500 to school supplies to $6,000 for tuition, promising to respond to more requests in a month or two. She also announced that she would launch an official charity for student loans and tuition payments in the near future. In the same month, Minaj revealed on Instagram that she has been donating money to a village in India for a few years via her pastor, Lydia Slally. These donations helped the village get a computer center, a tailoring institute, a reading program, and 2 water wells. This is the kind of thing that makes me feel the most proud, she said about the new additions to the village. In August 2017, after Hurricane Harvey hit the city of Houston, Texas, Minaj answered a social media challenge by comedian and actor Kevin Hart and donated $25,000 to the Red Cross, saying she was praying for everyone there. On September 4, 2018, Minaj appeared as a guest and performed several songs on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Throughout the episode, Minaj and DeGeneres, with the participation of Walmart, gave out over $150,000 in donations to fans. In 2019, Minaj pulled out of headlining a concert in Saudi Arabia following online backlash from activists, after women's rights activist Lujain Al-Hathlul was detained and arrested for speaking out against the Saudi regime. Minaj was praised by Thor Haversson of the Human Rights Foundation, who criticized her initial plan to perform in a letter, and released a statement saying, "After careful reflection, I believe it is important for me to make clear my support for the rights of women, the LGBTQ community and freedom of expression." In 2020, Minaj donated $25,000 to the St. Jude's Home for Girls School after visiting the school in her native country of Trinidad. In a speech, Minaj encouraged the girls to push through hard obstacles, even referencing her own experience with domestic violence. "I've experienced being in a home with domestic violence. I've experienced, being at a very difficult crossroads in my life as a teenager. And sometimes as a teenager when things happen, you feel like there's no up from there." In the same year, following the release of Minaj and 6ix9ine collaboration, Trolls, Minaj announced that a portion of the proceeds from the song, along with profits from all merchandise, will go towards the Bail Project amid the Black Lives Matter protests sparked by the murder of George Floyd. Legacy. Various media outlets, such as Billboard, Time, NME, Rolling Stone, NBC News, and Cosmopolitan, have referred to Minaj as the Queen of Rap, and the New York Times, The Washington Post, NPR, and LA Times have referred to her as the Queen of Hip Hop. Several media outlets including the New York Times, Evening Standard, and Nylon have also called her one of the most influential rappers. In 2012, John Caramanica of the New York Times called Minaj the most influential female rapper of all time, and in 2015 Vanessa Gregoriadis from It's magazine called her the world's biggest female rap superstar. In Evening Standard, Jockin Embley called her one of the most influential rap artists of all time, saying that everything she does is bold, fearless, and distinct, whether that be her eye-popping stage attire or her expertly delivered lyrics, which stare gender and race dead in the eye. Zoe Johnson from XXL called her one of the most versatile MCs, and that she has made millions off upbeat pop hits and traditional hip-hop sounds that cater to both her femininity and her assertive side. For NPR Music, Soumya Krishnamurti noted that Minaj has portrayed the quirky, life-size Barbie, glamorous vixen and girl next door, arguing that she changed the landscape for artists in hip-hop for the past decade with said alter egos. In 2017, Patrick Sandberg of Dazed argued that Minaj has surpassed every other female hip-hop artist to become the most successful in history in 2017. In 2020, Nick Soulsby of Pop Matters called her the best female rapper and the best rapper of the past 10 years, no gender preposition required. Glamour included Minaj in their list of 104 women who defined 2010's pop culture. In XXL, Madeline Roth commented that Minaj has helped birth a new generation of rappers that mimic her style. She has influenced several artists, including Tinashe, Cher Lloyd, Cupcake, Billie Eilish, Lil Nas X, Ms. Banks, Asian Doll, Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, Latto, Shenzia, BIA, Lakia, Luisa Sonza, Coi Leray, Malibu Maich, City Girls, Baby Tate, Rico Nasty, Flo Milli, Ivorian Doll, Angel Hayes, Ruby Rose, and Saidi. Billboard credited her for bringing female rap back to the mainstream in the U.S. With over 140 features, the magazine has called Minaj a rap and pop icon, adding that she's been one of popular music's most reliable guest performers, notching dozens of chart hits as a supporting presence on other artists' singles. Minaj has been credited by Complex for being able to take a simple song and turn it into a smash hit just because she's featured on it. In 2012, Kara Manica in the New York Times said that Minaj became a nimble, evocative rapper. She became an intricate lyricist. She became a thoughtful singer. She became a risky performer. She invented new personae. More than any other rapper in the mainstream, she pushed hard against expectations with no one around to compare herself to, or for others to compare her to. She became her own watermark. In 2014, NPR's Eric Nielsen said that Minaj's success over the last decade has stood as an exception to the unwritten rule that women rappers no longer have a place among elite artists. Nylon writer, Demicia Inman, also credited Minaj for her influence, which stands as one of the most successful rappers of the millennium, also going on to say that Minaj battled misogyny and industry bias against black women to carve her own identity and sound, thus impacting her career. Complex also commented that, from her bold outfits to her multicolored wigs, Minaj oozed confidence that inspired others who were watching closely. Doesn't need anything but her art to speak for itself. Achievements. Minaj is the recipient of numerous accolades, including 8 American Music Awards, 12 BET Awards, 7 BET Hip Hop Awards, 4 Billboard Music Awards, 5 MTV Video Music Awards, 6 MTV Europe Music Awards, 2 People's Choice Awards, 1 Soul Train Music Award, and 14 Choice Awards. Minaj has received a total of 10 Grammy Award nominations. She received her first Grammy nomination in 2010 for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group. In 2012, Minaj received 3 nominations, including Best New Artist and Best Rap Album. In 2014, she received her second nomination for Best Rap Album. She has won the MTV Video Music Award for Best Hip Hop Video 4 times and has won the Best Female Video Award once. Minaj is the first woman to have appeared on the Forbes Hip Hop Cash Kings list since its inception in 2007, having made 4 consecutive appearances between 2011 and 2014. In 2010, Minaj became the first female solo artist to have 7 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 simultaneously, and the first woman to appear on MTV's annual Hottest MC list since its inception in 2007. In 2011, Minaj was ranked 6th on the Rolling Stone Master Ranking of the Kings of Hip Hop, which is based on record sales and social media metrics. She is the only rapper to win the BET Award for Best Female Hip Hop Artist 7 consecutive times. In 2013, Minaj became the most charted female rapper on the Billboard Hot 100 at the time, with 44 entries, tying Mariah Carey as 7th among women of all genres. Minaj has 21 top 10 singles on the chart, the most for any female rapper, with 6 of those being solo songs. In 2017, Minaj broke the record for most Hot 100 entries by any female artist, surpassing Aretha Franklin, and in 2018, she became the first female artist to accumulate 100 entries on the Hot 100. She held the mentioned record for most Hot 100 entries by a female artist until it was broken in December 2020 by singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. She is the female artist with the second most Hot 100 entries, behind Swift. In 2019, Billboard Women in Music awarded her with the Game Changer Award. In 2019, her collaboration with Karol G, named Tusa, received 2 nominations at the Latin Grammys. The song became the longest-running #1 single on the Argentina Hot 100, having spent 25 weeks on the position. In 2020, Minaj became the second female rapper to chart at #1 on the Hot 100 more than once with her 6ix9ine collaboration Trolls. She also became the second female to debut atop the chart since Lauryn Hill in 1998. In the same year, she also was the most streamed female rapper on Spotify. In 2021, The music video for Anaconda became the first female rap solo song to reach 1 billion views on YouTube. In total, Minaj has 8 music videos with more than 1 billion views across all credits on YouTube, becoming the first female rapper to do so. She is only one of 2 female artists to have 8 music videos reaching more than 1 billion views, tying with Rihanna. In 2016, she was listed on the Time 100 annual list of the most influential people in the world. She was also featured on one of the physical covers of the issue. Complex ranked her 8th on their list of best rappers of the 2010s, being the only female rapper on the list, and named her Best Rapper Alive of 2014. Other activities. Fragrances. Minaj has a line of fragrances first launched in September 2012. She partnered with Give Back Brands to introduce her first fragrance, Pink Friday, which was nominated for 3 2013 Fifi Awards for Fragrance of the Year, Best Packaging, and Media Campaign of the Year. A Pink Friday special edition was released in April 2013, and a deluxe edition version of the fragrance, titled Pink Friday, Deluxe Edition, was launched in December 2013. Her 4th and 5th fragrance line, Minajesty, was launched in September 2013, followed by a flanker fragrance, Minajesty, Exotic Edition, which was released exclusively to the Home Shopping Network in June 2014. This was followed by the launch of her 6th fragrance line, Onika, in September 2014. A year later, in 2015, Minaj released the Pink Print, her 7th fragrance in support of her 3rd studio album of the same name. In 2016, Minaj launched her 8th fragrance, Trini Girl. In 2018, in support of her 4th studio album, she released her 9th fragrance, Queen. Products and endorsements. Minaj has been affiliated with several manufacturing companies and has endorsed a number of products during her career. She has also stated that she has learned the ins and outs of business so she could do it herself. Her first collaboration was a November 2010 endorsement deal with MAC Cosmetics, which sold a lipstick, Pink for Friday, for 4 consecutive Fridays to promote her album Pink Friday. In 2011, Minaj helped introduce the Casio TRYX in Times Square, and created a 6-piece nail polish collection for OPI products with colors named after her songs. In April 2012, Minaj helped launch the Nokia Lumia 900 in Times Square. The following month, Minaj appeared in television and internet advertisements for Pepsi's Live for Now campaign, which featured a remix of her single Moment for Life. She endorsed the 2012 Viva Glam campaign with Ricky Martin, which raised $270 million for the MAC AIDS Fund, and was the face of the lip product line that year along with him. With designer Jeremy Scott, Minaj signed an endorsement deal with Adidas for the brand's fall and winter 2012 campaign to appear in internet advertisements and commercials for Adidas Originals. Set to her song, Masquerade, her segment of the advertisement was filmed in Brooklyn and also featured Big Sean, Derrick Rose, Sky Ferreira, and 2NE1 in other locations worldwide. In 2011, Mattel crafted a Barbie doll with Minaj's likeness for charity, which Minaj described as a major moment in her career. A spokeswoman for Mattel stated that, Barbie is obviously a pop culture icon and Nicki is a big part of pop culture and also huge within the fashion industry, as well as a big Barbie fan. Matthew Perpetua of Rolling Stone stated that the Minaj Barbie doll is notable in that the rapper has made Barbie dolls a crucial part of her aesthetic. In February 2012, Minaj launched her own range of lip products for MAC Cosmetics Viva Glam. She fronted the Viva Glam Spring campaign by herself, which included the introduction of her limited edition lip product collection, titled Nicki 2, which was launched in early 2013. She introduced her lifestyle product line, the Nicki Minaj collection for Kmart, composed of clothing, accessories, and houseware. In February 2013, Minaj starred in Blue Water Comics' Fame biographical comic series, with her comic book, titled Fame, Nicki Minaj. She partnered with Beats Electronics to introduce her Pink Pill speakers in April 2013, appearing with DeRay Davis in a commercial for the speakers that same month. In June 2013, Minaj and Mona Scott Young launched Mix Fusions, a line of fruit-infused, single-serve Moscato wine beverage later expanding to Sangria, Rose, and Chardonnay, of which Minaj is a co-owner, creative director, and brand ambassador. In February 2014, Minaj released a spring clothing collection for Kmart. She released a summer and fall collection for the retailer, later that year. Minaj served as the face of Roberto Cavalli's spring-summer campaign for that year. In March 2015, it was announced that Minaj was a co-owner of the music streaming service Tidal. The service specializes in lossless audio and high-definition music videos. In addition to Minaj and company owner Jay-Z, 16 stakeholders including Beyoncé, Madonna, Rihanna, and Kanye West own a 3% equity stake in the service. In November 2015, Minaj released a holiday capsule clothing collection for Kmart and its affiliated e-commerce platform, Shop Your Way. She released a limited edition couture collection for the retailer, which was also available at her website. In September 2017, she released a duo of lipsticks, called Nicki's Nude and the Pink Print in collaboration with MAC Cosmetics. In November 2017, she starred in H&M's holiday campaign along with Anna Ewers, Maria Carla Boscano, Jesse Williams, Charlie Fraser, and Ilabadi Danny. In August 2018, Minaj starred in the trailer for EA Sports Madden NFL 19 video game alongside Lil Dicky, Quavo and other celebrities. In November 2018, she co-starred with Quavo and Saturday Night Live member Chris Redd in the video game's holiday advertisement campaign. In 2019, Minaj announced a collaboration with luxury fashion house Fendi, whose chief executive officer Serge Brunswick stated the brand shares great affinity with her. She represents one of Fendi's dimensions, the fun aspect of the BR, and that the collaboration made sense. She will present it extremely well. Minaj's capsule collection with the brand, titled Fendi Prints On, inspired by the lyric with the same words on Minaj's 2018 single, Chun-Li, was officially announced in September that year, and was released on October 14, 2019. COVID-19 vaccine controversy. In September 2021, Minaj announced she would not be attending the 2021 Met Gala due to the COVID-19 vaccine requirement. She stated that she has avoided public appearances and traveling after contracting the virus herself and having to quarantine from her son as a result. She shared several tweets about her unvaccinated status and claimed she wanted to do more research and be comfortable with her decision first. She alleged in a tweet that her cousin's friend in Trinidad suffered swollen testicles and became impotent as a result of the vaccine. These tweets received backlash where her story about her cousin's friend became the subject of jokes and memes. Trinidad and Tobago Health Minister Terence D'Alsing declared that her claims were false and that no such report existed. Shortly after, Minaj recommended other people get the vaccine and set up a Twitter poll on COVID-19 vaccine brands. She tweeted that she was sure she would get vaccinated herself because of touring. The White House offered her a phone call with a doctor to answer questions about the safety of the vaccine. In an Instagram Live response 2 days later, she claimed that she was simply asking questions and she did not give any facts about the vaccine. Minaj alleged that reporters harassed her family for a story, with her sharing some text messages she alleged were harassment on social media. In May 2022, Olivia Truffaut Wong of The Cut alleged that Minaj had gotten vaccinated, as the 2022 Met Gala requires proof of vaccination and a negative COVID-19 PCR test to attend. Discography. Studio albums. Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, The Pink Print, Queen. Filmography. Ice Age, Continental Drift, The Other Woman, Barbershop, The Next Cut, The Angry Birds Movie 2. Tours. Headlining. Pink Friday Tour, Pink Friday, Reloaded Tour, The Pink Print Tour. CO headlining. The Nicki World Tour. Opening act. Lil Wayne America's Most Wanted Tour, Lil Wayne I Am Music 2 Tour, Britney Spears Femme Fatale Tour. See also